Two-part question. Given what happened at Nebraska on Saturday, how important was this victory? And can you address what the two guys to your left gave you in their roles tonight?
As for Saturday, I thought it was a great bounce back for us, a great bounce back win, but we can't be satisfied. As we saw the other week, we beat Penn State and then went to Nebraska and lost. So we can't be satisfied with the win tonight. We got to come back on Saturday and get another win, and that just doesn't go for Saturday. That goes for the rest of the season. So we got to carry our momentum on. And these two guys, they stepped up big. Chucky struggled a little bit tonight, and that's where Cam came in. And I think he had the best game of his year, getting downhill, playing at a better pace. Like we were just talking out in the hallway, the game's kind of slowing down for Cam, and we really saw that tonight. And then for Con, just being more than a shooter, being a distraction, drawing fouls there late at the end, and getting downhill for him too. And I don't know how many points, 20-something for him. Obviously, he's a great player, and we all know that.
I got a question right up front here, fellas.
Yeah, Steven, this team's been susceptible to offensive scoring droughts, and you didn't hit any field goals for the last 10-plus minutes, so how'd you pull it out down the stretch?
I think just staying solid on defense and rebounding, and then getting to the line and hitting the free throws down the stretch. Connor had a couple big ones down the stretch. Max hit a few. But I also got to be better down low. Me, Tyler, we got to finish. We missed some easy ones that we should make, so that's on us. And we'll come back and we'll keep putting the work in, and hopefully those numbers go up.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Kamari, over to your left. What do you think you gave the team tonight on both ends of the court, not just one?
I feel like I gave a good spark on both ends. Whether it was me just being a pest on the defensive end or getting into the paint and making the right reads, I felt like I was just all over the place and just gave us the spark that we needed.
Todd.
Connor, I wanted to ask you back to your right. Connor, I wanted to ask you about what went well for you maybe through the first 30 minutes, and then how, like it was asked to Steven, what kind of changed after that when the shots just wouldn't go? Obviously, the free throws helped you out at the end, but what got you into the game tonight, shooting-wise?
I mean, it's just preparation. I just try and prepare, the same way, for every game, getting the same shots up, same routine. And, started off, hitting some early shots, but obviously that faded. Found other ways to contribute. And so really it's just kind of letting the game, come to me. I'm not really forcing anything, and, letting my teammates, help get me open and me helping get them open too. So it's kind of a, big circle.
Jeff.
Connor, kind of a follow-up on that. You had back-to-back drives where I think most defenders would say we need to stop his three-point shooting, hug him on that line. Do you think you caught those guys off guard on those two possessions? You attacked the hoop almost right from the start.
I mean, I don't definitely in the scouting report. That's probably not, people's priority, when guarding me. So, it's been a part of my game I've been trying to work on. I know defenders are going to try and, get me off that three-point line. So, adding aspects to my game is going to be huge, going out through my career.
Very nice. Jim in the back.
Connor, Steven kind of talked about this earlier, but you've had a couple moments in the last month where you guys have won a game, and it seems like you're ready to turn a corner, and then it's kind of like one step forward, one step back. How important is it to build on this and get some more wins down the stretch?
Yeah, we seem to keep doing the same thing, towards the end of games, and, we just got to keep finding ways to, grind it out however we need to get the win. And so tonight showed even when, shots aren't falling, we can find a way to get it done. So we just got to continue to do that, in these last few games we have in this regular season.
Right in the middle here, guys. Go ahead.
Kamari, what do you think this performance will do for your confidence going forward?
It's through the roof. My confidence is always high, but it's definitely boosted. I feel like I'm playing at a much better pace and I'm playing under control. So it's definitely going to keep going up, but it's always there regardless of how I'm performing on either end. Confidence never drops.
Todd in the back.
Connor, free throws have obviously not been a strong suit for the team in the second half especially, but tonight at the end, pretty critical. You're hitting a bunch, and I think going 9 of 10 overall, personally. What's that weight been like on you guys to try and make that better as a team and to see it helping close out a win today? How satisfying is that?
It's good to see, that the guys, a lot of people are starting to, relax a little bit at the line. Every day in practice, every guy can knock down a free throw. And so it's just translating that, just stepping up there and, just taking the shot how you normally do. Just kind of focusing on that and not adding that pressure, with the people in the stands and just kind of going up there and knocking it down. So it was good to see that we're taking a step in the right direction in that way.
Go ahead. One more for the players. Go ahead.
Steven, you guys aren't the greatest offensive rebounding team today. You guys brought down 14. Is that just a matter of a higher sense of urgency, or was it just it just happened to turn out that way today?
No, I think coach has been on us about offensive rebounding, whether it's me, Gilly, Tyler. We saw Jordan get a couple. He's kind of been on us and talked to us about playing with our hair on fire. So just trying to go get more second opportunities, and I think we did a great job of that today.
I'm sorry, we got one more in the back.
Appreciate it. So, Connor, tonight was your first 20-point game. Kind of asking the same question as the guy asked to Kamari. What does that do for your confidence going forward?
Yeah, I feel like a big part of my game throughout my whole career, leading up to even just college has been my confidence and, just me going out there and just playing and just going hard, really, just playing. And so, I feel like it'll help my confidence in a little bit, but, I feel like that's just kind of always been, an edge I've had on people, just kind of being able to go out there and, know I can, I'm here for a reason. I've worked hard to get here, so that confidence will never be shot.
Yeah, I think his question was about the importance of finding a way coming off the. I'll repeat the question, Dave. Coming off Nebraska's game. By the way, it looks like Nebraska wasn't too bad, though, huh? They go and win tonight at Rutgers, so don't ask me if I know how to figure out this league. It's crazy. But yeah, I was satisfied with the response Sunday after film and in film. They owned it. It wasn't pretty. It was. But I was direct, as I was Saturday after the game, and then you always want to see how they respond. And they responded well Sunday afternoon in practice. They responded well yesterday. I thought they practiced well. And they know. We just had to play better basketball. And better basketball is a big, long, that covers a lot of things. But we just had to be, more consistently true to who we are and what makes us good. So. And then, obviously, the third step is how do you respond tonight? And I thought they responded specifically on the defensive end like we needed to respond.
Go ahead, right out there, Coach.
Hey, Greg. Connor, career high for him, 23 points tonight, and for Kamari, a season high in minutes for him. Can you talk about the spark those two guys provided for you on both ends?
Yeah, I thought it took Connor a little bit to get going. I thought he trying to think on a closeout, he got busted baseline, threw the ball away once, so I gave him a little rest on the bench to kind of, refocus and came back in and did a lot of good things, obviously. And Cam, I thought, he's practiced well. He's given us sparks before, and I thought it was a good matchup for him. And I think it takes some of the pressure off Chucky. It's just constantly having to, facilitate things and run that. It gives him some time just to rest and reflect a little bit too. And but Cam made the most of his opportunities. I thought he did a good job, and that's been the key. Gilmore doesn't have any points, never took a shot, but he was invaluable in terms of what he did defensively, the jump ball he had late in the game. He's gotten really good at backside screening when we're working somebody in the post. So he's always had a high IQ and a feel for the game, and he's starting to get more and more consistent on some of those little things that help his teammates when it doesn't involve him scoring.
Right over here, Coach. Go ahead.
Greg, no made shots in the final 10:45. What did you think about the offense? It looked like there were some good shots early, and just what did you think of the offense
I thought we
itself?
had, for the most part, I'll go through the film, but I told the team we're going to have first thing Thursday because we have tomorrow off is we're going to start with layup practice because we had a few that were but they responded on the other end and shot the line well. We had some good looks. Chucky had a good look off a little action to the top. Connor had several good looks, had a really wide open look right in front of me off an offensive rebound. So, hey, you got to keep shooting them. If you like them, let them fly. If it's in your wheelhouse and something you do well. But the most important thing is how we responded on the other end, and that was the key.
Right back there, Coach.
Hi, Coach. You think about Jet Howard, a 6'8" sniper. How are your guards able to contain him despite the size difference?
Yeah, they did. Max did a good job on him. Jordan did a good job when he was on him. Just staying connected with him. I think guys off the ball, coming off screens, were for the most part he got loose coming down the middle in the second half, where I didn't think we were in the screener's defender wasn't. He was too flat and too low that allowed him to curl and get downhill and got to the rim, obviously. But Jet's a terrific player. I mean, for a freshman, really skilled. I was really impressed with him on film. And obviously, being a coach's son, you figure he's going to know how to play. So yeah, we were just, you try to make sure you don't lose him for the most part in terms of let him get easy looks that give him confidence, because then the tougher ones become more makeable. And for the most part, our guys did a good job with that.
Go ahead, Aaron.
Coach, you touched on it a little bit, but it looked like you were pretty reliant on Carter's help side defense tonight. Anytime Hunter Dickinson touched that ball, and even had Carter go against him a few times when Steven got into foul trouble. What do you think he just gave you tonight in terms of his ability on the rim, and then on the other end to keep plays alive? Because you guys were plus 14 with him on the floor, and I'm guessing that was not a fluke.
Right. No, like I said before, he understands the game. I'm watching him in front of me in the first half, how he defensively worked the post. It reminded me of his dad back in Platteville, how he used to front and move his feet, play with your hips. He can guard bigger guys, because you can work on leverage and anticipate where offensive players are going and making sure we had ball pressure around him, so it's not as easy of a catch. And then, we obviously sent a double team most of the night. I think he just, like I said, he just keeps battling and understands that his role is to help in ways that maybe don't always involve being the leading scorer. And he's okay with that.
Todd in the back.
Greg, you mentioned you did well at the line. Obviously, it hasn't been a big thing for you this season, but how satisfying is that to see? The guys have put in all that work. We see it at the end of practice, but
yeah.
To see them close this one out with the free throws when the shots weren't going, big for them, I would imagine.
Yeah, we needed to, and I think the guys that have struggled, that the percentages are lower, are better shooters than what their numbers say. But I say that, and you say, well, they're shooting 60% or 50%. They got to obviously do it when the lights are on and game pressure. But you just got to stay positive with it, help them with some technique things, help them with some relaxation things if we need to tweak some things. But I see them every day in practice, and you just have to continue to have confidence in them, and they have to have the confidence in themselves too, which none of them have lost confidence in that, and it's good to see them get rewarded tonight.
Go ahead.
Greg, Steve had told us that you guys didn't expect Michigan to double the post, and they didn't. He was only 5'15", but he had the 6 assists as well. And just kind of, you went to him early and often. Just what do you like about him in the post there, and what he could add to you guys?
Well, I mean, he's such a skilled player, and sometimes I've been on him about being too unselfish. He's looking constantly. He's a really good passer. I continue to want him to be more aggressive, to score himself and work better angles, finish better. But like I said, when he gets traffic around him, he finds guys. He doesn't get rattled. I've coached a lot of big guys over the years that sometimes in traffic or in double teams they panic, and he never has. He's always made good decisions, and is very unselfish. Like I said, sometimes too unselfish to a fault. But a big guy that can pass is a heck of a weapon. Jeff.
Greg, a little follow-up on Crowl. Do you think he was more aggressive, even though he missed? I mean, he started out 3 or 4, missed his last 11 shots. Do you think he maintained his aggressiveness and didn't let the missed shots affect other areas of his game?
Yeah, I think for the most part, I'll look through the tape and see how his base was. I get blocked sometimes to see how his feet are when he does go into a move. But I want him aggressive and continue to do that and play physical. I mean, that's a pretty good matchup with him and Hunter Dickinson. So, and I think just how he's added weight, and 12 months ago he couldn't do that and gain leverage in the post. And the strength and the work he's put in that regard has helped him.
We got Jim and then one more up front.
Greg, it feels like you've been in this position a couple times the last 3 weeks where you win a game and it seems like you're ready to turn a corner and then take a step back. I mean, are you running out of time where you can't do that anymore, would you say, and you need to build on?
Did you
on
hear
this
my
one?
post game?
Is that what you said? I've
I
got
said it for like, I don't know, go back to how many when we won one, then lost one, and won one, and lost one. I mean, it's the same. Your preparation, we'll have tomorrow off and then prepare Thursday, Friday for Rutgers. You approach it the same. I don't get caught up into what's down the road. I'm more concerned about playing good basketball right now, because if you don't play good basketball right now, down the road ain't going to happen. And I don't care if it's November, December, January, February. And every team goes through rough patches, and this group has gone through their share. But just the next day, and it sounds cliche, and I'm sitting up here and it's coach speak, but we'll look through the film. They'll learn from it on Thursday. We'll use those 2 days, and then and they understand. I mean, I'm not probably telling them anything after a loss or after a win that they don't know. Players usually get this figured out even before coaches do, but we have to continue to play good, solid basketball. Saturday we didn't for the last 15 minutes, and it bit us. Tonight we played pretty good, solid basketball, specifically on the defensive end and on the glass and taking care of the ball. Only 5 turnovers. So you're not maybe going to play every part of the game perfect, but if you can be sound and solid in enough areas, you give yourself a better chance.
Final question for Coach, right up front here, Coach.
Greg, the shooting at Michigan State last night, have you been able to talk to anyone from Michigan State, or have you talked to your team about it at all?
Yeah. I haven't really talked to the team about it other than my own son late last night. The reason I'm pausing and scratching for words here is I've got 2 kids in college. And and I know we see it all over way too much in this country, but when you get a call from your daughter, and I get home late last night and don't know what's going on, and my wife says, hey, as you see what happened at Michigan State, and I didn't think they played last night, and then she starts to tell me, and like I said, that rocks you, because nobody's immune to it, unfortunately, and like I said, having 2 kids, the 2 oldest are in college. I immediately thought about their parents, the kids' parents at Michigan State, and what that has got to be absolutely horrific to go through. So I did talk to Coach Izzo late last night. At that point in time, he knew that the game tomorrow night was going to be canceled, and campus was shut down. But like I said, it's everybody's worst nightmare. But when you're a parent and you've got kids the exact same age, and they know people on that campus, that hits big time. And just send all my best wishes and thoughts to everybody in East Lansing and what they're going through, and hopefully they can recover from this. But there's 3 sets of parents. At least I know there's still 4 or 5 others that are in critical condition that don't get another call from their kids. So like I said, that's your as a parent, that's your worst nightmare. Anything else?
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Appreciate you.